So how did she deal with these tragedies? First off, her religion. She was convinced that she would see these departed children in the afterlife, so much so that she, in a conversation such as this, would say, well, I must tell the president that when I see him. This was after his assassination. People would be brought up short by her convincing statement, I must tell the president when I see him. So she was absolutely convinced that she would be reunited with all of her children and her husband who predeceased her in heaven. So that's a tremendous comfort, as you can imagine. She went to Mass every day, and that was comforting to her. She prayed the rosary every day, and she would say, and this would tie us to one of the points you brought up about the family having addiction problems. In Rose's somewhat naive way, she'd say, if only my children would, when they're nervous, pray the rosary instead of take a drink. She said it would be so much better for them, and they wouldn't gain weight. So that was particularly important. So all of these things, she said just the tactile blessing of holding a rosary in her hand, she felt tremendous comfort from that. And I have to say that coming from a Catholic family, I can well remember my own grandmother, when she would come to visit us, she would disappear in the afternoon. We'd say, where's Grandma? And then I'd go in the living room, and there she'd be, sitting quietly by herself in our living room praying the rosary. She prayed the rosary every afternoon, and she had tremendous comfort from that. So I saw that in my own family. I saw it with Rose Kennedy. Now, what's the other side of this coin? You mentioned sedatives, and that was something that I did discover in the papers. Her travel list, because she was so meticulous, she kept a travel log of everything she took on all of her many trips, and it was a rather people's pharmacy, I would call it, a traveling pharmacy of all sorts of medicaments that she was taking, including sedatives, because she freely admitted that after the assassination of President Kennedy, she had nightmares and terrible trouble sleeping, and the same after Bobby as well.